his decent qualifying display, which meant he avoided having to compete early on. Here he comes alongside Ravnikar, a silver medalist, a reigning silver medalist at the World Archery Field Championships. Beaten by Brady Ellison in the final. Having beaten another archer who's here, Patrick Huston, in the semi-final. And Alan Remar in the quarter-final, the Croatian who has now dropped out. Ravnikar has been around this course now, so maybe there's something in that. A different setting though.
Ryan Tyack from Australia.
The last match
number 5.
on this particular setup.
Ziga Ravnikar from Slovenia. The ranking is number 8. The line judge of this match,
本场比赛裁判员
Anthony Aleket.
Next few guys actually pretty close together in the world rankings. We'll see Willenbacher and Patrick Huston later, ranked 23 and 24. Ryan is 26 as it stands. We'll begin in position 1. With this 30-meter target. Almost 20 seconds, and now both get set.
4 4环
The first sighter for the Australian, just at the top. He's shooting on the right-hand target. Ravnikar on the left.
4 4环
So this will be interesting to see whether Ziga will be able to make the most of his experience out here already. Ryan's obviously a very experienced archer in his own right, but first time out on the field here.
That looks good, and it is.
Yes, and there you go.
Nailed that one. Drifted the other way. High and to the left. Entering the last 30 seconds now. Up goes the yellow card.
6 6环
Another 6
4 4环
for Ryan Tyack. Just the 4.
Strong lead after the first target.
It's good going, isn't it? Yep, 4 points already. Quarters of 6, that first of his 2. It's on the listed on the scoreboard now as a 5-6 liner, so we'll see. Judges can sort that while the athletes walk over from position 1 to position 2. That's also a platform, a little shallower one though. Couple of platforms in this, 2 and
Target A 11
6.
Target B 16 A 把11环 B 把
Confirmed it
16
is
环
a 6. So a really strong start from the higher ranked man here.
And so we're out to 40 metres again for the second target.
Six ends of these, 3 arrows for each archer in each. Cumulative scoring, as you've seen. A 5-point lead already. Let's see what they can produce here. Target number 2. Down by the lake.
Both archers just settling in there.
No harm in taking that first 20 seconds or so just to
4
set yourself. It's only been given as a 3, that first one. Let's have another look at that one, but that was a great arrow from the Slovenian. For Australia. Another 6. He's so quiet when they shoot.
Really strong target, isn't it, for him?
It is. Yeah, he's enjoyed that one. So just a point in it now.
4 5
2 of the 3 into the yellow. And a good end. 4 at the minute. But if here's a 5, then up he goes. 3 4s for Ryan Tyack. So one that was called as a 3. I didn't think it was. I thought it was a little higher than that.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Hard to see from our angle as to whether it's actually close to the 5 or not, but they've called it a 4. And Slovenian has a 4 with a star next to it, so there's one obviously there that's also close.
Checking them off now. I think this is going to go in Ryan's favour here.
Target A 27, target B 28.
Seems to have done, yes.
One revised or kept as it was, so it is 28-27. Not the 5-point lead he had, but it is just one.
So now we're up to everybody's favourite and the target that we've found where change can happen.
Number 3, always a short one, always the smallest target face. Varies slightly in distance, by 5 meters here or there. See how they perch themselves on this narrow edge. Slovenian again, sticking on the left with his left target. He's going to go one on each, I think. One on the grass, one on the wall.
Making some adjustments again there, last minute. Checking his sight.
Good use of that first 20 seconds. Let's see if it's got his eye in.
4
Okay, so just a little bit high, but not a bad shot.
These are the ones. If you can stick with a minimum of 4 in this, you probably do okay.
It is a tough target, but we have seen that those 2s and 3s can be really punishing.
5
And we're all tied up again.
Putting 1-5 down is hard enough. Putting 3 down, it's been very tricky for everybody on this one. That's the response he was looking for. That target on the right, you can see the back of it.
3 3
we go, with one of those threes we were talking about.
Yes.
Which can make the difference at the end. Well, that's gone really well, I would say. Avoided any real pitfalls, Ryan Tyack. And for Ziga Ravnikar as well, if he gets 2 5s and a 3, then he's come out of that fairly well too. Let's see how those 3 arrows are judged.
Yeah, 3 line calls there, so this is going to be, once again, which way is it going to go?
They are so small, aren't they, comparatively, the lines? They've got a lot of work to do with the magnifying glass. Over they come. Shavic doing the job for Slovenia, having competed this morning already.
And we've got our team manager down there from Australia. Been doing a very excellent job of bringing us the cold drinks.
Yes, indebted to him so far, keeping us relatively chilled.
So am I right in thinking that both of these archers are 2-time Olympians? I think they might be.
Yeah. I think so.
You know, Ryan was a bronze medalist at the 2016 Rio Olympics in the men's team. And it looks like some of those line calls were advantageous for Ryan there.
Yeah, a couple more points, so it is 39-43. Those 2 asterisk arrows did go in his favour. So a good round. As we mentioned, that has been a bit of a graveyard for some people's ambitions, but he's come through it pretty well. And it's not out of it either, the Slovenian, so he avoided any potentially problematic 2s. Over to number 4. He last archers to shoot this one before we switch to the final course setup.
So they're back under the pagoda, and we've seen some really good target faces in this. A lot of archers have been shooting some good groups, so we hope to see some more of that here.
First arrow from Ryan Tyack.
Just a little bit out to the right there.
Seems to be one of those targets that if you can get your eye in quickly, then you can follow that and
Ooh.
get good grouping. But that's even further out.
Oh,
So
he's
both have
made a mistake with his sight setting there by the looks of things. That's going to be costly.
I haven't seen too many of those, particularly on that target. That is what it can throw up if you're not quite set. A good recovery. Like a 5. Having come away from a really tricky third end unscathed, Ravnikar has to put down a couple of good arrows here.
Slight overcorrection there, so somewhere hopefully in the middle he'll find his happy spot again there.
Goes the yellow card. I've got about 23, 22 seconds left. Four, 5, 6 for Ryan Tyack. Goes the final arrow. That's a good 6 as well.
Good recovery.
That'll help him. All of those look clean. They look like they're not going to be looked at. That does mean a 7-point gap. If that is the case, after end number 4.
Yeah, that's a rough one. A simple mistake to make, but can be so costly.
That's what he's looking at. Hard to say, obviously, from our position here exactly what it was or how he'd said it, or he's obviously calculated that the slope and that draw from left to right we're seeing, or from right down to left, I should say. But
I would say what's happened there is his sight tape probably doesn't have markings on it to indicate what the different distances are, and he's just counted incorrectly. So he's gone up to what he thought was the right mark, and it just wasn't quite right.
51, target B 58.
confirmation of the scores from that last end. So it is advantage Australia with 2 to go, but even 7-point leads we've seen look a little jittery with 6 arrows to go. If this one doesn't go to plan, Ravnikar will be hoping that's the case. Five is another of those cross slope ones. Tough footing. A 10-meter target, but a downhill at a sharp angle.
So we've seen with many of the archers here, they're choosing to stand a little bit further back from the peg than to stand on that difficult footing. The extra half a metre that it buys them, it's easier to stand on the flat footing than to try and get a little bit closer, which is understandable looking at that slope.
Yeah, you're not gaining too much, are you, by a small step forward, apart from a bit more instability.
Yeah, that makes it quite tough. And it is quite steep as well, so they will have to be having a think about whether they want to take any meterage off of their sight for this particular shot.
Australia to shoot first and shoot well.
He's nailed that one, yeah.
A lot of them tend to go for the middle target first on this. Let's see where Ravnikar goes. He's gone top and hit a 5. He needs to keep that kind of consistency.
So I think a lot of archers will tend to aim for that middle target first, because if you have happened to make a mistake with your sight setting, you might still have a scoring arrow top or bottom.
That's another good arrow. That's what he needs.
16 seconds left.
A little tight, turned away very quickly. Happy with that.
It's a signature move of Ryan's.
Yeah, he just knew. Bang, in it goes. I mean, very close to 3 6s, and that really tough one from both of them. Really good shooting. 6-6-5 for both Ravnikar and Tyack. So it's as you were, which is a significant lead. Not unassailable, but a confidence one.
Yes, it all turned around on that first 20-metre target, doesn't it? We've seen so many of our matches so far, and that's the tipping point for things to change.
You'll be hoping, Ryan Tyack, that he's got a significant enough lead that if anything does go awry here on a target where we've seen it happen, then he's got the cushion. But for Ziga Ravnikar, if he shoots a good first arrow, puts the pressure on. He's generally been quicker on the draw.
Ziga is just making a very thorough check of his sight mark here for the last target, understandably.
Plenty at stake, because whoever wins this will go into the last eliminator. Only 2 more to go after this. Patrick Huston awaits one of these 2. We already know the lineup for Group A's final elimination. Zui Qingtruan against Willem Bakker. Moment it looks like being Ryan Tyack. We'll see what happens over these last 3 arrows.
He'll be feeling very comfortable going into this last target with such a considerable lead.
serve up here.
5 to 1.
Probably nicely.
And the funny response there. Yeah, it's okay.
That's all he needs.
Yeah.
13 points the gap right now. There'll be some comeback from here.
It's
Not quite enough.
5 to 1.
That's right the line.
Yeah, I think he might have caught the 5 there.
If he has, then he's unassailably in the lead, and there's nothing that Ravnikar can do about it.
Absolutely. From here on out, he really can't do anything wrong, can he?
Particularly with that only 4 again from the Slovenian. So there's a pressure-free shot at the end.
Finishes with a 6 anyway.
And as a result, he hits the 6, there's nothing riding on it. But equally, there's probably a little bit less weight on the shoulders. And it's only 3 4s for the Slovenian, who has a disappointing conclusion. But it's 91 points for Ryan Tyack, who takes it and moves into this final eliminator. 91 is the same as Florian Unruh got, the guy who finished 2nd in qualifying. Joint 2nd best tally so far today, behind Matteo Borsan. Even now he's tinkering, just checking the facts on it.
Yeah, so we've got to check when your arrows come back from the target. We just like to check the knocks.
Sure there's no damage.
Just to make sure there's no damage, because shooting a knock that is damaged can be disastrous. If the knock breaks when it comes out of your bow, not only is the arrow not going to go where it wants, but it can be quite a disaster. So we always need to double check those when they come back from the arrow agents. Just make sure that everything's intact before we shoot that arrow again.